cunt! Hi! Hey, cunts! Hi, big pieces of shit, you fat gays. You fucking big pieces of fuck-ass poo balls. Eat shit, suck my dick. Kill yourselves, you fucking pricks. Ho! That was my new welcome That was my new welcome song. Apparently I'm cursed. If I sing that song, I cough and die. I guess that's just the way it goes. Some things are still the same. The topic for today's discussion is shit wanks. You're a shit wank. I'm a shit wank. I've not cleaned my nails. That's embarrassing. Oh, let me do that while I talk about shit wanks. Look at all the grime and shit under my nails. I'm usually so much better prepared than this, I swear. There's two definitions of shit wank. One is when it's just not very good. You have a wank and it's, you have a wank for the sake of having a wank. Just, you're not turned on. You're not in the mood for it. You just sat there and you're like, well, I've got nothing else to do. I might as well just knock one out. Get a little going, and then that's that. And I'll carry on with my day. So you do it, and then afterwards you don't feel remotely fulfilled. You don't feel like you've achieved anything. There's no like, oh, that was amazing. It's just, oh. Now I feel a bit depressed. That's a shit wank, because it's shit. I had a wank. Oh, was it a good one? No, it's shit. It was a shit wank. Another definition. Well, I guess there's three, technically. Ooh. Wow, things are developing fast. Another one is if you have a shit in your hand, not necessarily your shit, you just have some shit in your hand, and you have a wank with it, with a shitty hand. You have a shit wank. It's poo everywhere, all over your penis. But my primary concern with that is the potential of getting poo in your pee hole, in your urethra, and you end up with a shitty urethra, and you get infections and shit then, can't you? No one wants that. No one wants an infected urethra. Come on now. We're all grown-ups. We're all adults. But, maybe. And then I guess there is a third one, which is if you're having a poo and a wank at the same time. A shit and a wank at the same time. You're having a shit wank. A shit wank. Wank while you like if you're having a wank anyway, and then you're like, oh, I have to do a shit. There's no more holding it in. I was holding it in before I started. I cannot hold it in any longer. I have to do a shit. But you've got a big, enormous. I know all of you. You've got big, enormous, hard erections while you're having your wanks, and then you sit on the toilet. It's not going in the toilet, is it? It's still sticking up. So you carry on. Maybe you take your phone or your laptop with you, prop it up on the sink next to you, and you carry on. You poo and you wank at the same time. You go plop, 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 plop. That's the sound of wanking, by the way. And then maybe you do, like in the movies where the women and the man, they come at the same time, which... Has that ever happened? I don't know. Where you come and you poo at the same time. Splish, splosh, splash. Oh, you got it on the towels. Those need to go in the wash now. Maybe. Oh, you just brush it off and no one will notice. You'll be fine. And then that's a shit wank, I guess. So that's... Welcome to today's episode. I think it's safe to say 99.99 recurring % of the audience of these videos is male. I can think of 2 females who may watch maybe regularly, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have a poll. Leave a comment. Are you a man or a woman, or a boy or a girl? Or non-gender specific? Are you non-binary? Are you fluid? Are you something else entirely? Are you a fucking amoeba, an anemone, or a turd? I don't know. Oh, hello everyone. How are you all doing? My throat hurts. I painted graffiti yesterday with my friend Tom. Hi Tom, if you're watching. Luckily there was rainy days leading up to it, and then the Wednesday, didn't plan it, you can't plan it. Just happened to be a dry day, and now today it's fucking stormy and windy and rainy out, so lucky us. But there was like a sketch club gathering we went to afterwards, and I sat in the corner talking to people rather than actually doing anything, of course. And I basically just about lost my voice, because I only spoke to people for maybe an hour, but that's more like this talking doesn't really count because I'm just talking, but that was like talking over loud music and talking about shit, I don't know. So now my throat hurts, so now I might sound kind of like this, which is where the opening tone came. Are you going to draw anything, Ewan? You fucking shit wank. I might. This is a newish sketchbook. I think my other sketchbook is like about as full as I can be fucked to get it. It's the drawings of my friend Joe. How lovely. And then some random internet girls and shit. You know, that kind of shit. Oh, is that? Oh, quarter the way through. Let's start there then. Woo. I was thinking, in terms of things to draw, I do have this book I showed last week, I think. I thought it might be fun, because I do want to do Scooby-Doo can do, but Sartre is smarter. That's a Simpsons reference. Because I do want to do that Springfield Apocalypse comic somewhere down the line. So it would be in my best interests to start drawing Springfield-related things, characters, settings, items, things from the show. And this is going to be all of that. I don't know if I mentioned, for that comic, I'm going to set it. It's going to be set. I'm going to have to look up the dates. I wonder if they have them in here, actually. The original air dates of the show. Air date 1990. They do. Oh man. In that case, let's find the. So this is up to season 8. 97. So season 9 will be 98, presumably, or thereabouts. 98, 99. So the comic is going to be set 98, 99 at the end of season 9, because that's when it went to shit. So for me, and in the universe of the comic, the nuclear explosion happened at the end of season 9. That's when the Simpsons should have been blown up and obliterated and stopped before they got absolute fucking shit wanked. That's the Simpsons are a bunch of shit wank now, and that's what you get. See, it works. My comic is going to be like this is how it should have ended, with a nuclear explosion. Oh, I can't do that voice. That hurts my throat. God damn, being social. That's what being social gets you. Gets you a sore throat, and you feel like fucking poop-biddy-doo. Quidgy I watched this episode the other day. I'm going to start watching every episode of every season in order, which I've never ever done. I've only ever watched bits and pieces here and there, some with like commentary and such. But I'm going to watch every episode, season 1 to season 9, and then cut it off, and that's where my comic will come up. I didn't realise Quidgy was in the very second episode. Episode 1 was the Christmas one. Episode 2, I thought Quidgy was in like way down the line. It's season fucking 5, 6, 7 or something. I didn't realise it was in episode 2. Quidgy I will not waste chalk. That's a very good... He writes, I will not waste chalk loads and loads of times, because that's what he's been punished for. But in doing so, he's... No, it's funny, isn't it? It's got funny quotes. Quidgy. Oh, there we go. Quidgy. Bart's game-winning Scrabble word. According to Bart, a quidgy is a fat, dumb, balding North American ape with no chin. See, he meant Homer. Homer's Odyssey. I remember that. I had that one on VHS. On VHS videotape. And Homer gets fucking depressed and goes to kill himself. He actually goes to kill himself. He doesn't do, obviously. Maybe he should have. Around season 9 or 10. The prank calls Bart does to Moe's. Moe's Tavern. Is Mr. Freely there? Who? Freely. First initials IP. Hold on, I'll check. Is IP Freely here? IP Freely. Get it? My favourite one, I think it's Halloween episode, where he calls up and Moe goes, hello? Okay, I'll check. And then he goes, hey everyone, I'm a stupid moron with an ugly face and a big butt, and my butt smells, and I like to kiss my own butt. Oh, it makes me laugh. I have a really funny idea for like a short comic, maybe a 6 to 8 or 10 panel comic. I could put it on Instagram as a swipe thing of a real like dark, almost Sin City film noir kind of comic of like a dim bar with smoke and, you know, all black and white, light coming through the window, you know, street light because it's nighttime, cigarette smoke coming up, you see the bottles, you see a guy at the bar, a few panels of that, and then the phone rings and it's like, you know, you see silhouette of the guy in front of the phone and it's like ominous, and the phone rings and the guy picks it up and it's quiet, there's a pause, and then he says hello, and then the last panel, it's still black and white and everything, but it's Moe going, I'm a stupid moron with an ugly face and a big butt. My butt smells and I like to kiss my own butt. See, that's a funny comic right there. Genius, absolute genius. But I thought it'd be fun to draw some of this shit, just for shit to do, shit to draw. Funny things, because there's different characters on it, because this is each single episodes with like a character from the episode, things going on in the episode, so I could draw different characters, different things going on, different items, different fucking stuff, I don't know, whatever. Something to draw on every page. Draw these ones. When I get to the Treehouse of Horror episodes, I might draw multiple things because there's multiple things going on. The fish, Blinky the fish. I will not do that thing with my tongue. I am not a 32-year-old woman. Oh, funny, Bo Bunny. So, I guess then let's draw Homer in and of the Santa Homer Santa. Hey Homer, what you doing? I'm sat here weeing and pooing, a boo 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 boo. I did think also as well I could do because it's Inktober tomorrow. I guess if you're watching this on the Friday it uploads, it's today, I think, or something like that. I could do this for Inktober. I could do a Simpsons drawing a day from this book for the whole of Inktober. I probably won't, or maybe I could, because I wanted to do, you know, I do those series of drawings these ones, series of drawings. Not that one. That one. That's a fucking sick drawing. Can't believe no one bought that. That's cool too. I might paint all of these and then see if anyone wants them then. I might not. I might be too fucking bored. I swear someone bought Dexter and Dee Dee. I didn't forget to send those out today. Or maybe they didn't pay. I don't know. I was thinking the next series of those I want to do is video game characters. Because I've done like comic book characters, I've done cartoon characters, I've done horror characters. But I've done a couple of video game characters, but not because they're video game characters. I just did characters. So I thought the next slot I could do could be basically if I just look at the roster of Super Smash Brothers and draw every fucking one of them. I did think though it could be neat. Because I usually do 30 of those because it makes a nice 6x5 grid. Fits on Instagram nicely. That's what counts. Instagram, that's the important thing here. Let's make him look fucking pimp Santa. What the fuck? I've lost the plot, ladies and gents. I lost that years ago. Huh. I have no respect at all. What the fuck am I even? Why am I here? What am I doing? What are any of us doing? Can't we all just give up and go home? Inktober, that's right. So I do 30 of them, and there's 31 days in October, but I can do 30 drawings and then fuck off for the last day, I guess. So it would be cool to do one of those video game characters a day for Inktober, because then I'd get 30 done, I can sell them if people want them. And a bird do. Alright, Santa, home Christmas. Home the Father Christmas. Daddy Christmas. Not Father Christmas. We don't call him Father Christmas. We call him Daddy Christmas. Because we're horny, kinky weirdos, the lot of us. Here's something else. I neglected to mention. I wrote it down. Talk about vasectomy. I wrote it down after last week's episode because last week's episode I meant to bring it up. I meant to talk about the fact that, oh yeah, by the way, I did go through with the having of, because the last episode I said I recorded it early because on podcast recording day I was going to go have my vasectomy, so I recorded it a day early, and then I never spoke about it again. The eyes are too far apart. Oh well. But I meant to report back on how it was, and I never did. And I'm not going to now. Fuck yous. Well, it was all so much easier and more comfortable than I was expecting. So much less painful. Like, I was expecting to waddle out of the place afterwards like a cowboy. Like, oh my God. Like, my groin is in pain. But I was stood upright. I was like, a little bit of an ache, but barely anything, because I was numbed up. I wasn't put to sleep for it. I was just numbed. That was literally the worst bit. The most pain involved was the slight, like, cut or needle pinch or whatever of being numbed, which was like, ooh, and then it was gone. And that was it. I could feel pressure while they were doing things, like, could feel them moving shit around, but there was no pain involved. And I had to rest up. That's why I think I said, I posted something online very ominous saying I've had a mild medical procedure and I can't work for a few days. because it was doctor's orders. I had to basically stay reclined to keep my heart on the same sort of level as my penis, so that the blood pressure didn't aggravate anything. And so, yeah, I did that to the best of my ability, other than like getting up to get food and whatever. Yeah, and ultimately, it was way easier than I thought it would be. I'll do them again. I'll get loads of vasectomies. Fuck it. I'll have extra no babies. So yeah, I'm really glad about that. So that was a couple of weeks ago now, and I think I'm just about fully healed up. Like for the first week, it was like so sensitive down there. Like, you know, if you bump your nuts on something and you go, oh, could have done without that. It felt like that almost just the whole time. Like if I just touched them like just this, it felt like they'd been knocked against something, and I was like, ugh. So I had to be very, very careful for the first few days, and then that sort of eased up. And then they were sensitive to touch and stuff, and I had to be very careful when adjusting myself and whatnot. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, a little bit achy here and there. Some days it was better, some days it was worse. Take painkillers and it's fine. Paracetamol. Yeah, man, shit was E to the Z. Big Easy. Big Easy. Met him again last night at the sketch club thing that was going on. It was nice to talk to him. But he's had enough attention on this podcast. Jesus, he's won raffles. He has had a whole fucking podcast dedicated to him. What more does he bloody need, that guy? Hi, Z, if you're watching, which I assume you are, because you're decent and you support me and you watch regularly, you big bloody bastard. Hi and everything, but you've had your moment. You've had enough attention from this bloody quote-unquote podcast, if I can call it such. Did you know there's actually 3 definitions of shit? Hey, let's watch Ewan's podcast. It's really funny and he draws and stuff. Hi guys! Today we're talking about shit wanks. Oh, cool. It's Ewan. Hey everyone, Ewan's here. Oh. Is he going to talk about wanking and shitting at the same time again? Yeah, he is. He's also drawing The Simpsons. But everyone likes The Simpsons. Kids these days don't know what The Simpsons even was. It used to be so good, man. Oh, I've got that sexy... You can tell, like, I lost my voice because I've got that sexy, like, backup voice you get. Oh, hey. Hey, what about do? Squiddly-dee. Penis. It's Homer Christmas. Oh, look at him. Christmassy and shit. Isn't that adorable? Wonderfully, adorably, boborable. So I might do the video game thing for Inktober. I might do the Simpsons thing for Inktober. Or I might continue my streak of being way fucking better than everybody else. And maybe I'll do both. One of these Simpsons drawings a day. One of those video game character drawings a day. Easy. I can draw a comic in 24 hours. I will say that about the 24-hour comic. It does give me a little boost and an insight into, like, what I'm capable of doing, you know. Give me 24 hours. I'll do some shit, man. What can you do in a day? I'll get a commission done, and I'll do a little, you know, not incredibly taxing, but a drawing of some Simpsons-based thing. And I'll draw a video game character. And I'll fucking jerk off a few times. Oh, I've been back on the bikini pictures again. I wanted to spend more time collecting bikini pictures, but then I'd go online to the usual places I get them, and I'd be like, got it, got it, got it, got it. Don't have it, but don't want it. I'm very discerning. I only pick like the best. It's not just like if you tagged me in a picture of a girl in a bikini on Instagram, I'd be like, whatever. Like I could look through 1,000 pictures of girls in bikinis and pick out 2 that I actually like. Like it's to do with shape and angle and positioning and lighting and colour. There's so many factors I take into what I perceive as a good bikini picture. It's not just any bikini pictures. And collecting them, having them collected is one thing, but the act of searching them out and finding them, tracking down rare ones, taking screenshots from videos, that was the biggest part of it for me. And I wanted to do that again, but I was like, I've got every good bikini picture on the internet. So I deleted my bikini pictures folder. And I'm starting again just because fuck it, why not? There may be some I won't find again, and that's kind of sad, you know. Maybe I'll come across one or two later on down the line and be like, oh shit, that one again, yes, save. But for the most part, yes, it's something to do. So that's what I've been doing. You know, I couldn't masturbate for a week after my vasectomy. So now I can again. It's Bikini City. Let's take a look at an art book. Wow. Should I just talk like this for the rest of the video? No, you penis. This is Akira, number 3. I almost had a... it happened again. We've looked through 1 and 2, and this is number 3. What happened last time? I don't know, because I don't really care. It's about the pictures, not the story, the storylines, the arcs and the fucking channels and the corridors of storytelling that you walk down through the door of revelation, of character development, looking out the windows of chapters and shit. The colour pages are neat. I like the colours. Yeah, 3 of those. 3, 4? I guess 4 technically. Let's go, Kaneda. Tetsuo! That's not easy to draw. A big crater in a landscape of buildings and shit. That's the sort of thing. I saw a funny post online that said drawing is a really good way to make you realise you don't know what anything looks like. Which is very, very true in general, but especially if you draw comic books, because if you just draw characters all the time, it's like, cool, you just draw characters. If you need to know what a particular clothing item or whatever looks like, you look it up and you go, oh, okay, cool. But if you draw comics, if like, they're in a lab, okay, draw a lab. Like, what does the floor of a laboratory look like? What do the walls look like? Draw a massive crater with like buildings and shit all destroyed. Okay, with like smoke and shit. Like, it's these things that sound simple, but when you actually sit down to draw them, you go, oh shit, what the fuck does that look like? And you've got to actually research shit. This mystical woman, she's in the story. She's got a part to play. I've buggered if I know what it is, but the car looks cool. She's coming out of a manhole underneath the car. Tapping, running away, spoff against the wall. Oh, I've spoffed against the wall a few times in my times. I can tell you that. The buildings are insane. I just go like this and then like this, windows. The detail he puts into this shit, man. The stairs, the fire escape here, all the stairs, it's all drawn out. They're fucking bananas. The amount of detail Mr. Otomo gets into this shit. I think this is where the streets are starting to go into chaos and martial law is coming in. These like police robots are coming in and mowing people down. Whoa, harsh. There are like criminals smashing up a store, looting and shit, burning things, and then these police robots come in and blow them all to pieces. All their dead bodies. And then they fucking go off. Nice. It's like scenes of shit, dead bodies, blood in the drain, burning cars and shit. Bodies on the stairs. Yeah, man, everything's going to shit. Woo! There must be a ghost. Woo! Obviously, that's not what it is, but I was just being silly. Just thought that would be funny. We have a laugh here. We have fun. Again, I don't really care about the story. I'm just trying to pull out fun and interesting. Again, if you're drawing a comic and it says, right, we need this big hall that's like a House of Representatives sort of thing. All of these people sitting around like the UN kind of thing. Go on, draw that. Oh. The penitent monk. That's from The Simpsons as well. I'm very, very, very sorry. I'm sorry, that's not... Oh, no, that's not what he says. That's just not going to cut it. Oh! You had to be there. You had to be there. Look at you draw stairs. You think they're just lines, but they're stairs. All the characters look consistent all the way through, which is difficult to do, but also he's very good at, like, this little fucking short old rat looking guy. He's got a very specific look to him, as does the Colonel with his giant chin and his very distinct crew cut. So they're very distinct looks. So by doing that, it's easier to make them look the same panel to panel. But even so, you know, Kaneda and Tetsuo don't look too different, especially facial structure-wise, but you can always tell which is which, because he draws them well. Also, they call each other by their names, so you know who's talking to who, so you know who is who. Man. It's the tone of every page, like... Obviously, literally, the dots, the duotone or whatever, he's used a couple of different ones at least. So it's a darker tone, but like, it all feels more enclosed and shit. I feel like if I'll look at the other books just because I want to fucking look at them. But I'm only going to be able to say so much about the artwork, other than like I can pull out a couple of things here and there, like, oh, look how he's drawn this person holding from the angle as well, from a low angle, looking up at this like big beast of a woman holding this gun. And I say beast in a what's the opposite of derogatory? Fuck, I don't know. In a positive way, in like I mean it in a good way. She's a beast of a woman. She's a giant fucking killer of a woman. Got this giant fucking tank gun. That angle, drawing anything from that angle is hard, but like to draw it so well. Some good shit, man. One of these fucking mystic kids has been following them, walking around. These action scenes. This is hard shit to draw, man. Bodies jumping out of the way and shit. Crashing through stuff. All this little debris. Because it's easy to just draw like squares and triangles for debris, but you've got to think like, okay, it's going through a wall that's either like a shutter or wooden or something, so it's got slats. So you make sure the debris looks like slats, and the shadows of the debris. So you got the debris and then the shadow of the debris on the things to give it that little bit of extra depth. And then if it's breaking through glass, you can draw lots of little triangles to show shards of glass. If it's breaking through a brick wall, you draw the brick. Like it sounds obvious, I know, but when it comes to sitting down and drawing it, you have to try hard to make your mind think it's breaking through a brick wall, so draw bricks, rather than just drawing like generic rubble shapes or whatever. Or it's breaking through slats, so draw fucking long, thin slat rubble. It's just things you have to keep in mind. You don't have to, but if you want your comic to look a certain way, then that's the sort of shit you need to keep in mind. Smoke and explosions. I'm always amazed by how he does smoke and explosions. I know I've said that before, but they're just very good. Oh, the guy who drew Akira is really good at drawing. Wow, what a hot take, Ewan. You've done it again. Amazing. Taka 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 takaka taka takaka takata taka takaka takatata. That's my my Japanese name. Takakakatata takatata. And Vrubro is the name of I give my penis. my Vrubro. And when I spank it, it goes gong. And chatok. Chatok, 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 gong. See, that's more talk of masturbation. Boon. That's what children call me. They can't pronounce Ewan, so they call me Boon. No, they don't. I've never spoken to a small child in my life. I have no idea what I'm doing or talking about. I'm just pointing out the funny sound effects is all the smoke and like the way he's drawn these all misty because there's like fire in front of them, so they're not clear. It's that attention to detail that just fucking makes it happen, man. The nighttime cityscape scene. I assume it's drawn mostly white on black as opposed to filling in the black and then leaving out the white marks. This, I guess, is a mix. This is definitely... He's left this space white, hatched in the black, and then, yeah, for the most part, I guess he's using white on black, whatever. It's just looking at how he's made the comic, because it's one thing to look at the comic and go, this is drawn well, cool. But it's another thing to go, okay, here's a detail, how has he created that detail? Not like, how do you draw that? What pen do you use? But like, okay, he's left this area white and done the rest black, and then used black here and white to, you know, it's dropping ash from his cigarette onto the floor. A tiny detail, don't even need that panel, but it shows the passage of time that he's just sat there aggravatedly waiting. You can see his cigarette is all burnt down, and the ash falls onto the floor. Again, the little shadow underneath, just to show it's not like on the floor, but it's in the process of falling. The little frop, that's quite a cool sound effect for whatever. Is he being summoned to... Lady Miyako expects you immediately. If you do read this, by the way, you have to read all of it in a very borderline racist, stereotypical Japanese accent. So you can't read it like... Lady Miyako expects you immediately. You have to read it, Lady Miyako expects you immediately. That's how you have to read the entire comic. They worked for me once, but that was in the past. We severed our ties with them. During a recent reorganization. I don't know why I'm making a reorganization. That's not even Japanese, that's just silly. Someone with a learning disability. That's not fair to make fun of them. Make fun of the Japanese by all means, but don't make fun of people with learning disabilities. Don't call them retarded. Oh, heavens. That's a really well-drawn boat. The dock looks cool too. Boat. That's the sort of thing I do in a comic, is... I draw like a basic dock, nowhere remotely as detailed as this, or not remotely as detailed as this. And then I'd draw a shape in the water, and across the whole shape in big letters I'd write boat, just to show there's a boat in the water. You get the idea. I don't need to draw a boat all detailed and shit, all the antennas and the masts and the ropes and the railings and the stairs and the windows and the fucking lines and the iron that's been used to create the ship. I love the fact that it's like floating on the water. It doesn't even, there's no line here. I'll just go, yeah, boat. You know there's a boat there. You get it. Yeah. But no, Mr. Otomo has to draw the entire fucking boat. Jesus, he's a madman. He's a maniac. He's a maniac. Maniac for sure. And he draws his comics really, really well. And boats and shit. So now they're on a boat, so everywhere they are, he has to draw the interior of a boat. Go on, everyone listening. Draw the interior areas of a boat. Go on, make it look good. Make it believable. Make it look like it's the interior of a boat and not just rooms in a building. Go on, I dare you. I dare you, I bloody dare you. Cunts. The army. Oh no. I realise how thick these books are and I'm going through them page by page, like a bit at a time. Look at the explosion. Oh. That's fucking cool. Gee, just drawing a bike with a sidecar is one thing, but to draw it like this in the this is not even a sidecar as such, but it's like a fucking bars and shit. The gun and the angle and the perspective and the lines even. It's not even easy to draw lines like that. Yeah, you use a ruler and you fucking whatever, but to make it look good. I could draw all this shit, but it wouldn't look good. I mean, it would, obviously, but it wouldn't look as good as... Just every time there's something crashing into something, I'm just amazed at the drawings. These, again, I guess they're like, I don't know, police or army robots, military enforcement robots or whatever, coming up alongside this car, and then they just fucking crash into it from each side. Smash it to pieces. That's the inside of the car with the things coming in. All the glass and shit. And again, he draws glass, but he doesn't just draw little triangles of glass like I mentioned. He draws like actual shapes. Hui. Tap, tap, tap. Hey, sorry little guy. Oh, hey little guy, sorry to disturb your sleep, but it's time to go for a little walk. And that's one of the main things of doing a Japanese accent, is you end every sentence with "uru." What do you think of that, Uru? It's complicated. Uru. I don't really work, but maybe if it ends in a no, whatever. Doom. The rat's in a trap. Squeak, stab, owie, let me go. It hurts, stab, squeak. They've stolen the kid. Is that Akira? Have they nicked Akira? This isn't in the movie. Jesus, none of this is in the movie. Pop. Just fucking smack him in the face. Again, that beast of a woman. She's a good character. She's in it quite a lot. She helps out Kaneda and... is it Corey or whatever the girl's name is? Just fucking smacked him in the face. Popped his teeth out. Down he goes. Grabs this one. Tow, smacks that guy. I love that. The guy fucking folded up with his ass in the air over his head. That's really, really cool. One of them mystical kids, I guess. This guy with his head through the bars of a door or something. Just suddenly his head goes shunk, bam, onto the ground and he's bleeding out and dead. The ominous kid behind him. That's some good visual storytelling right there. That's good. Oh, that's really cool. The head like goes into the other panel. That's nice. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Yeah, so like in the film, there's those three weird mystic kids, the girl, the boy, and then the other boy in the wheelchair or whatever. But there's more of them in this one. I think these are all like those kids. They've all got those like telekinetic powers and shit. Shooting a flare into the air. A flare! Kaneda Lukuru! It's not racist, shut up. I've nothing but love for all peoples of the world. Except the English, obviously, because they're all shit. Yeah, alright, we get the idea. Akira's good, brilliant. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. It's Mario music, by the way. Look, a new dawn is breaking. We're now very close to the Akira. Crumb. Son of a bitch. Tank crashing through a wall. Sure, I'll draw that. I'll draw it here and I'll draw it here. Easy. No problem. Yeah, it's like they're driving the tank through like the downtown district or whatever. So not a fucking easy thing to draw. Just so fucking good. I love her. She's so great. Get out of my way! Bap! Smacks that guy into the shutter. One mean mama. As he falls to the ground, spoff, face first onto the floor. That's so good. Love that. Love that. That is fucking good. Shit being torn apart by machine gun fire. That's a good way of showing that. Not that it's a good way of showing that, he just shows it well. You, Neizu. Akira! Akira? How did you? What? This child? You're telling me he's Akira? The guy went and got Akira, didn't even realise it was Akira he was getting. Jesus. A lot of fuss for a little kid. Oh, they're cornered by the army. Shit, what's going to happen? Oh no. These establishing shots are so fucking good, man, every time. So we're here. Fucking highway going into the city. Blocked off. You can see it's blocked off by like police or army barricades. All the buildings and shit. And this big embankment for the river. With the pipes coming out of it. And it's not just a bank, it's all textured, it's got pipes and shit. And this down ramp for access, that's where they are here. He's even got like the fire escape on this building there. Attention to detail and perspective and all kinds of shit, man. One of those other kids is taking Akira away. Or trying to. Kaneda came and kicked her in the fucking head. Shit! the ownership of Akira. Oh fuck, they're shooting that kid to pieces. They are, holy shit. Oh, she's gonna attack this kid. Jumps. Oh, she doesn't attack him, goes to escape, I guess. Jumps over him to escape. And then they fucking fill her full of holes. That's a good panel, that top one. And she falls down. In the dust and the dirt. Is she dead? No, not yet. She should be dead, Jesus. Aww, little reunion. Akira, it's you. It's really you. You haven't changed a bit. You haven't changed a bit, too. You remember me, don't you? I'm Takashi. Aww. Oh, shit. Takashi just got one in the head. Fuck. That guy. He missed. He was trying to shoot Akira, I guess. Fucking took out Takashi. Jesus. Harsh, man. How long is he taking to die? Gets shot here. Falling to the ground here. Still falling to the ground here. Oh no. And these kids, they all feel the pain. Because they're like joined or whatever, mentally. Including Akira. That's bad news. They're all going, ah, fuck. He's dead, fuck. And Akira's fucking feeling it. He's angry, no, fuck. She knows what's up. She's intertwined in it mentally. Akira. No, Akira, stop it. You mustn't. Akira's freaking out. Energy, power shit going on. Oh. Just general life. I can't find my socks. Hurry up or you'll be late for school. We interrupt our regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you a message from our new provisional government. All citizens are advised to remain in their homes until further notice. And just people living about their lives. Going about their lives. Daily lives, living their life, whatever. And then suddenly, it's all about to get fucked. Because they took Akira out of his safe place, shot his friend in the head right in front of him, and now he's going fucking megaton or whatever. Oh shit. It's happening again. Fuck, that's cool. It's so simple, but so almost not simple because of how effective it is. Just the white orb and then making it fit around these structures like it is actually an orb expanding outwards, not just a white circle. Canada K. Everyone's about to get thoroughly fucked. The orb is moving through the city. Everything's getting destroyed. Detail in that, Jesus Christ. Some of them got transported. I think the other psychic kids that were there like transported some of the people away mentally or something. And there you go. That's the Akira effect. The mushroom cloud or the explosion. Impact. Ground zero. This like tone here in the back showing the actual, it's a crater. It's not just a white circle. Again, there's depth and form to it. It's not just a shape. And all of this is going to get fucked. All the destruction, man. Oh, so good, so effective. They're just getting vaporized. Okay. Canada. Fuck me. I draw 2 windows and I get sick of drawing windows. I could not fathom drawing shit like this. Buildings collapsing and shit. I love how long he takes to... It'd be so easy to just draw a couple of pages of like mushroom cloud or explosion takes out the city. But he shows different people within that area, around that area. The explosion, it's happening quick, but he's making it seem gradual with how long it's moving through the city. Taking shit out. Buildings collapsing in on each other. Explosions, cars crashing into the ground where it's collapsing and blowing up, and signs falling off of buildings. Fucking hell. How do you even start drawing something like that? The city getting obliterated. Absolutely fucking destroyed. Page after page of the city just being laid to ruin. Fuck. That's fucking good. The sky, like a vortex of clouds forming because of the explosion. Fucking desolation. And all these lines coming out, because obviously that's the fucking power of the explosion expanding outwards. So you get all these lines from all the buildings that are left standing, all the like the shadows and the dust and whatever else, radiation. Fucking pushed past them. Fuck, that's good. All the water pouring out of the buildings and into the ground. And that's it, I guess. All buildings all fucking toppling over and shit. So from here, so that's the 3rd book. So the next 3 are basically post-apocalyptic. So I'll have to keep a close eye on those. That's so good. Obviously, because there's like the fucking... I know it's not technically nuclear, but effectively the nuclear cloud cover here. And so it's like almost blocking out the sun, but there's this one ray of sunlight here on whoever this is walking through the fucking gunk that's been left over from the explosion. And then there's this chunk of rock in amongst this space here. The little kid playing with rocks. Little Akira. That's who that was, that. Walking through the fucking destroyed wasteland of the city. The freshly destroyed wasteland of the city. Tetsuo meets Akira. Properly in person. See, he's playing with his rocks. He's levitating his rocks. He looks fucking badass here. Akira's just chilling. And then he takes him up. Whew. That was a good one. Fuck, man. Oh. That's good. That's really good. I was expecting to look through it. Like I said, I'll look through it like, yeah, the drawings are cool, whatever. I don't care about the story. But then, then it gets to that point and you're like, holy fuck, I am invested 100%. Damn, I'm almost excited to look. Before I was just like, yeah, I'll look at Akira, whatever. But now I'm like, fuck, I want to look at the next Akira. Man. Well, I penis. I spent a little bit longer looking through that than I usually do, but obviously it was good, so fucking whatever. But I guess I could mention this fucking thing. It's printed, it's here, it's on my Instagram. The 24-hour Gun Viking comic that I did. Here's the original artwork. Look, wow, it's 24-hour comic made in 24 hours. And now it's an actual printed comic book. That's a thing. It's cool. I've got so many copies of this. Please, everybody, buy it. It's £6, £6 British pounds. as you might think £6 is a lot for a comic book, but it's a one-off gun Viking story, 24-hour comic, independently made. There's only so many copies printed. You can only get them in one place in the world. Like £6 is, it's nothing at all. Well, honestly, to me, it could be a lot. But yeah, fucking look at it. I added text in after the fact, so I don't know if it counts because I did it after the 24 hours. But fucking whatever, who gives a shit. Yeah, man, I'm well happy with how it came out. I got the, I think I mentioned my plans, but yeah, so this first panel for the front cover, just him firing his guns, and then another panel for the inside cover, another panel for the inside back cover, my own website, and then another panel just for the back, just because once I'd drawn the comic, I couldn't be fucked to draw more pictures for the covers and stuff. Plus, I want to keep it all contained within the 24-hour thing, so it didn't feel appropriate to draw extra images outside of that 24 hours for the cover and whatever. I think there was a hair on my scanner when I scanned in this page. It's on the actual page as well, but yeah, fuck it. Yeah, blam blam blam. Oh, I've been through it all already, I know, but look at it. It's printed. It's a cool thing. Look how copies, many. That's one of my favourite things about getting shit printed, is having just a bunch of copies of the same thing. Just like, it's an actual thing. It's a product now. My content has now become a product that you can purchase through my online store. Oh, patting him on the head. Taking him for a walk past the goats to the village. Meet the villagers. They're all like, oh, he's a big strong man. And the village elder is like, hey, come here, pal. We'll clean you up. Get your feet washed. Get you bandaged. You can talk to our shaman or shaman. I was really happy with what I did. It was a spur of the moment thing, because I did these speech bubbles, and then I suddenly, out of nowhere, thought, no, make them slightly different. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, they all speak, like, English, they're talking to him in the same language he speaks, so it comes up as, the common language. For us, it's English, so it's English. But I figured if this shaman is like a mystic, he's got some, like, link to the netherworld or something, he'll speak a bit differently. So it's like, look into the bones and see. Your coming was foretold, Vikinger. You are here for a reason. And it's like written in a way that makes it look oldie-worldy kind of. Here is your power. A witch that can grant you the strength you need. Atop the needle she dwells. Find her and find your way forth. It is time, Viking. We will help you prepare. We have supplies enough for the journey there and back, and a map to guide you. And look. Yes, you are here for a reason. And he looks into the bones and see the animal bones on the ground. And he's like, sure, okay. Got journey, supplies for the journey there and back, and a map to guide you. There's a crocodile on the map, and then a little cat, a treasure chest. Oh, what could he find? None of that really comes up. Safe travels, Viking. Odin be with ye. And he's walking away, and all the townspeople are like, good luck. Cat. Travels, rides a warthog, or a boar, or whatever. Kills some fucking goblins and shit. Travels through rocks and snow. To arrive at the needle. To meet the witch, who's this fucking weird, spidery kind of creature. Viking, yeah, I've been expecting you. You are strong but lacking. There is power within you and power without. You are here for a reason. So I hear. That's a callback to earlier on. A funny little smiley face. Plunge your hand into the vessel and draw the power you seek. Okay. And this is cool. Bang, 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 bang. Straight into the action. Gets kicked out, booted out the needle. Straight back into the action. Bang, bang, bang. And then the cyclist punches. He's bum poking up there. And you know how it goes. By the end of it, he's got 4 arms. Oh my god. So that's cool. That's fucking. It's a thing. I'll send off a couple. Leave comments. I haven't done a raffle for a couple of weeks. I don't think I was going to do one, but then I didn't. I won't get into it. I'll give away a few of these, a few copies of this. Leave a comment in this week, during the week, on the Patreon page or on the YouTube page for this video. Leave a comment, anything. Swear words, shit wank. Tell me your shit wank stories. That'll be edifying. And I'll you can win a copy of this. I'll send a copy of this out. You should still buy one. You should still buy lots. Because, you know, I've got rent. I did say before, if this sells well, and then it's going to be a good sign that I should do more. I'd love to do more, to do like the continuing series of 24-hour comics of Gun Viking that I mentioned before. However, so far, I'll be honest, this is selling quite slowly. I've not done much to promote it yet, which is, you know, fair enough. I do have a plan for a funny little video trailer like I did with Zilla. But so far, my expectations aren't that high for this selling as well as I hoped it might, which means there may be less chance of me doing future 24-hour comics because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of energy to make a 24-hour comic. And then if it doesn't sell that well, it's like, and then it's like, if it's not going to sell that well, I feel like I'd rather then just spend more time to make the comic bigger and more detailed and maybe paint more Gun Viking if I'm going to do that and then sell them that way rather than do the 24-hour ones. Oh, now I'm just getting tired. My voice hurts, my throat hurts, and now my voice is doing this. You get it. Comment below. Win a copy. Maybe I'll sign it. I was thinking as well, maybe one or two, I'll paint the cover because it's thickish. Paint would adhere to it quite well. Maybe. That could be quite cool. And sell those for more money. That's what it's about now. That's what's important, is money. Ugh. I hate that I need it, but, you know, I need it. I need to, like, live and eat and shit. And wank while taking a shit.